actually go outside in these things? What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good!
Well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
Left cheek! Left cheek! Left cheek!
What up, everyone? You know what? I don't care what folks say about my intro and how long it is. I like my intro. Now it's a little dated because I see some stuff on there that's like, oh wow, that's old. That was like before. That was when I was at the kitchen table doing streams before I had like a little streaming area in my room, like what I have now. It's we've kind of grown a little bit. We've kind of grown a little bit. What I started in like January. I mean, I've always been in the background of YouTube, but it's like I had some motivation and was like, fuck it. Let's start this shit. I talk about it all the time. Might as well see what happens making content about it. So what are we? We are almost at the end of September. So 9 months in, this baby that is Talib 1980 Collects is about to give birth. We're at like, what, 4 subs away from 900? Close to that 1,000 mark. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm working on a project. So, I mean, if any of you guys pay attention to like my streams and stuff. Hold on, I don't like this screen. There we go. If anybody pays attention, like I post news all the time. And kind of like on Figure Fight Club on the Decepticast, it's Transformers news, but I like talking about other things as well. So I think starting either tonight after this stream or tomorrow, I'm going to do videos, just like a news video, like a recap of the week. I'm not going to go live. It's just going to be pre-record, and then I'll throw it up after Decepticast. So that way, like, because I'm making a slideshow for Decepticast, so I'm like, if I'm putting this work into making a slideshow, I might as well try to get as much use out of it as possible. But I'm going to add like G.I. Joe, Marvel Legends, Blokees, like non-Transformer Blokees, because Blokees is doing all kinds of shit right now when it comes to just the different IPs they picked up. So probably is what's going to happen. Probably Mondays. Well, it'll be like 1 a.m. or so on Tuesdays. I'll drop that. That way, if you guys want to listen to it the next day, you can. I mean, that's what I like. that's what I like doing is usually there's certain videos that I'll listen to on my commute, and maybe we'll do that with that. It's more content, right? And yeah, Blokees is doing Superman. That Superman Blokees looks really good. I mean, they're doing everything. But on the topic of Blokees, we are going to start building the Action Edition Megatron. And the last time I did an Action Edition was, what was a Soundwave? That took like 2 shows to build. So that's probably going to be the plan with this. It's probably going to take 2 shows to get this built. Well, that's what I would kind of, that's kind of the goal, is to, wait, what do I want to do here? There we go. So that's going to be the goal, is try to get this built. I don't think I'm going to get it all done tonight, so we'll see. I wish I would have made it last week, but I was beat. Like, so I worked last Saturday and Sunday, and I got home. I had time. I could have done a live stream, but I was dead. So let's get this plastic off. Get this sucker open. Let me know if audio sounds funky. I might have to turn the mic up, since I will be kind of moving away from my mic. Actually, let me move now. I'll move some of this stuff over, so that way I can at least tilt the mic over a little bit better. And of course, I immediately hit the camera. So anyways, if anybody's not familiar with these Action Editions, they're model kits. You got to build them. There's a lot of stuff. Everything's on big sprues. I probably should have moved some of these figures around a little bit, because I'm probably going to be knocking them out. Looks like the throne's not going to be too hateful to build. Now, like previously with the Action Edition Soundwave, he had a voice box. The Megatron does not. The Megatron just has light up features only. That's nuts. Went to Eternian Dreams. They had $5 Blokees for $14. Yeah, comic book shops or toy shops, they will vary in prices. I know the comic book shop I picked this up was like $40, I think. That already fell off the screw. That's what kills me. Like, you go to Walmart, you see those Galaxy class Blokees for like $5, and then you go to a comic book shop or a toy store, and they've got them double the price. You know, that's not how I read that. I read that as Unicron was giving you head, but I'm glad I had to read it the second time. Now I got it. I still need to order that that wave. I want that whole wave. I want that Metroplex and the what is it? Hot Rod that's in that wave. I hope this is not loud and obnoxious. I almost should have prepped, but where's the fun in that? I feel like if I'm prepping, I'm not doing it right. Feels like there's more sprues with this than oh yeah, ASMR. Are you getting the tinglies? Oh, there's a little Crimzeek. Let's see. I think a lot of these are pieces of this stand. This looks like the chest emblem for Megatron. The collector. I had some Blokees where I swear the holes were too small. Sometimes it feels like a lot of those pinned holes are really tight. Like especially on the Galaxy class, I've had to put more pressure on them than I'd like. That's pretty cool. Here's his face. His faces. These feel like this feels like a painted sprue. But here's his chest piece. So like the Soundwave, it has a magnet Decepticon emblem that activates the light up feature. All right. So here we go. Here's the instructions. It looks like Soundwave, we are starting with the head first. So I'm going to get some of these sprues out of the way that I know I won't need immediately. Like that looks like his little sword, his pseudo lightsaber. And his blaster that he gets the killing blow of Optimus Prime. All right, so we need sprue H2. I'm probably not going to need this anytime soon. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, there's H2. So everybody in the chat, did anybody pick up anything new this week? Yeah, actually, Hot Rod killed him. 100% max. Let's see. Here's his eyeballs. You know, I'm using my nippers, but that's one thing that's nice about these. You don't need to use the nippers. It makes for cleaner cuts. Let's see. H2 again. So this is kind of cool. Here's the front of his face without his face on it. So this is like behind it. Ugh. Let's get a good angle. For as big as this character is, his head feels kind of small. Of course, this is like the inner part of his head. And then you can choose whatever face you want to put on it next. I'm probably going with the maniacal looking face. The crazy laughter face. Yep, Max, I'm in the same boat. Hasbro is killing me with my pre-orders. I've canceled some stuff just because too much stuff's coming all at once. Like I canceled my my Ninja Force 2-pack. I'll just grab it later. I'm having issues plugging his face in. It does not seem to want to go in. It does not seem to want to go flush. But I think I got it. All right, so let's get the rest of his bucket head. Oh, that kind of is that on the rear? Yeah, at least that's the rear. There's like a little imperfection on that piece. Going in. I will have to say these slots are kind of tight on this. I guess that's a good thing. You don't want any loose slots. Let's see. Now we need the cap for his head. So last night I tried. So last night I was streaming Fortnite a little bit, and I was messing with sound settings, trying to make my kids' audio just not or a little bit louder, and not noticing I made the game audio super quiet. So for anybody that watched that, I've got I'll get that fixed on the next one. I did not realize the sound was off, but I know what I did. So there is his head. Only other thing I need is the ball joint for it and his neck piece. So it looks like the front. Looks like that goes like that, maybe. And then you can pop his head on his neck. Like so. So there we go. Head complete. Set that aside. I don't need these instructions. So next part we're working on is his chest. And make sure I'm staying under the camera. So here's his torso, and now we need his arms. Or yeah, his arms, his shoulders. This one doesn't feel as complicated. Maybe I can't make it stretch 2 streams. We'll see. I don't plan on going past 2 hours, but we'll see. All right, so I need H3. All right. I need 21 and 20. So I need these. See, 21 is the left side. 20 is the right. You know, I forgot to bring it in here, but I did get something in the mail from Amazon. I got the last of the deluxe Insecticons. I don't collect much Hasbro Transformers stuff, but I was getting the deluxe Insecticons because God knows when any third-party company will do masterpiece versions of them. So I figured I would get the Hasbro ones, and they completed that team with Venom, or Venom was the last one. So I'll show that off tomorrow on Decepticast. And if anybody in here didn't watch last week's episode of Decepticast, it's worth a watch with Kesha Ray. She's a comic book artist and singer, and she did the cover work for issue 24 of the Transformers Energon Universe comic. She also did some Mega Man comics. She did a Godzilla cover, some Vampirella. She accidentally showed some hentai titties during the stream. We had to blur out, which was hilarious. It was a real fun interview. So if you haven't seen that, check out the Decepticast playlist on my in my YouTube channel, and it's the most recent episode 13, I believe. Really fun interview. Yeah, she's got a lot. She has some really good work, and I mean, she was a ball of energy too. That made for an easy interview. Just throw her up softballs and let her answer the questions. It was fun. I really wouldn't mind trying to find some other people to interview. Don't know who, but I'm definitely going to get in people's ears after doing an interview like that. I thought that was a pretty fun thing. I mean, I like talking about the news and stuff, but it's nice to have a little bit of like break it up and do other things. You know what? I should have saw how. Is this how that's going on? maybe. Yeah, I think that's it. How far does it squeeze in all the way? What? What's hanging up on this one? Oh, that's getting in the way. Did I put this on the right side? Yeah, I think I put it on backwards. Yep. It was backwards. There we go. All right, so next I need is a little girdle piece. You know, other thing I didn't. Has anybody been watching Alien Earth? I tried getting caught up on that this weekend, and I think I'm behind 2 episodes. Maybe I'll try to watch an episode after I get off of here tonight. I don't know. I still got stuff I want to work on. I did finally get to watch Superman because that premiered on that was on HBO this week. So I got to watch that. Me and the kid watched that last night. That was a really fun movie. Didn't hate it, didn't love it at the same time. Glad I waited. I don't think I missed out not watching that in the theater. Give spoilers? I'm not gonna give. Well, you know, how long has it been out now, Max? If you haven't been spoiled on it yet, Superman dies at the end. Ha! No, he doesn't die. But now, since I watched that, I will start watching. Oh, what the hell? What's the show with John Cena? Peacemaker. Because I was waiting to watch Peacemaker once I saw Superman. Because I think there's some tie-ins, I guess. The Justice Gang makes an appearance in Peacemaker. But I haven't watched that new Jurassic World movie either. I would imagine that should hit Peacock pretty soon, maybe. Because I think Peacock gets the Universal stuff. Stu! Welcome, Stu. Thanks for hopping in. All right, now we got his little abdomen piece done. And as I suspected, it goes right here. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so I definitely want to start watching Peacemaker. But like I said, I need to get caught up on Alien Earth because I think there's one more episode. I think the last episode premieres this week. So we'll finish that and then start watching Peacemaker. Yeah, you have a point. I can't remember. I'm like the type of person when I'm watching stuff, like I try not to like not over, but like try to dissect it. I just try to sit there and enjoy it. And then when I hear like people that I think are smarter than me, when I talking about story and character development and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, okay, I can kind of see their point. But I think, you know, to your comment, the dumbest, are they dumb characters? Or are they playing dumb, naive children? I mean, because that's kind of, I mean, that's what they are. But does that give the writers a pass? The one complaint that I did see, like, so I watched what, I forget what episode it was, but it was basically Alien the movie just redone for Alien Earth, and that was what somebody made that comment that was just the Alien movie redone, and I was like, yeah, spot on. Yeah, Rowdy, 100%. Timothy Oliphant. Like, I can't think of anything that I've watched that I've hated that he's been in. Like, I even like that movie, The Girl Next Door, with him in it. He was such an asshole in that movie. Oh, no, I need H2, not A2. Die Hard 4. Which one was Die Hard 4? Was that when the like terrorists like got the satellites and Kevin Smith was in it? Maybe it wasn't satellites, but it was like a tech thing. Okay. I was thinking it was that one. Yeah, I kind of rewatched all the Predator movies before this came out. Me and my son, I figured he was old enough now, 9 years old. It's time to start watching the Predator movies. Because me and him watched the first or the second Alien movie when he was pretty young, and he doesn't like horror or scary movies. And that one was, that one's pretty tame. It's not like 100% horror, so he enjoyed that one. And then I think we watched the Alien after that. I think we watched them out of order. And he's kind of been a fan of the Alien and Predator movies. Oh, you mean Hera, the pilot of the Ghost? Oh wait, that wasn't Mary Elizabeth Winstead. What's her name? Isn't she like a Mary Elizabeth as well? Well, I was going to say, have you ever seen, Max, have you ever seen Tusk with Justin Long? Okay, that is this. Pay attention to the orientation of this part. So this goes like here, like so. Cheerleader from Death Proof. I haven't seen Death Proof in so long. What was the follow up to that movie? Yoga Hosers. And then Kevin Smith was supposed to do a third one called Moose Jaws, but I don't know if that ever happened. All right. Why is this not going in? What did I do wrong? I haven't seen Clerks 3. I haven't seen Clerks 2. Oh, did I put these on upside down? Yep. Fuck, I put these on upside down. Oh yeah, Yoga Hosers, definitely. He's definitely got his kid plenty of screen time. That and Johnny Depp's kid. I think that's how he got Johnny Depp to be in those movies. Because he got his kid some acting gigs. But I think she's actually a decent actress or actor or whatever. What was that movie? What was that TV show she was in with The Weeknd? That was kind of gratuitous nudity in it. I don't know. I didn't watch it. Yeah, that's right, Rowdy. His daughter's name is Harley Quinn. All right. That was the problem. I had the shoulder bits upside down. I used to listen to Kevin Smith's podcast all the time, and I just kind of just, not that I don't like him, I just kind of lost interest. I used to listen to 3 or 4 of his shows that he did. Hollywood Babylon. I used to listen to that every week. The show he did with Scott Mosier, Fat Man on Batman. I used to listen to all those. That was when I was listening to podcasts all the time. Now it's like my podcast that I listen to on like the podcast app on my phone has slowly transformed into listening to podcasts / shows on YouTube. Oh, Red State. I vaguely remember watching that. I mean, I grew up on Kevin Smith movies. I mean, being a teenager when Clerks hit, And then Mallrats. And then Chasing Amy. And then I think when Jalen Silent Bob Strikes Back, I think Dogma. Dogma was really good too. But I think right around Jalen Silent Bob is when I don't know, I slowly stopped paying attention to his movies. Like I've never seen Clerks 2. Yep. Alanis Morissette was God. Isn't it ironic? And that was a hell of a cast too. I mean, Matt Affleck, Ben Damon, Jesus, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. Fuck. Why can't I think of his name? I mean, Chris Rock, Alan Rickman. Oh, Alan Rickman's so good. R.I.P. Alan Rickman. God, he died too soon. Yes. I was trying to think of her name. What movie was she in where she just got naked like crazy? Salma Hayek, yeah. Jason Lee. Oh yeah. I've heard him talk about that. That was what was funny about that Flash movie was they brought a piece of that in from that scene when he was going through all the different timelines. Right here. The giant spider, yeah. I mean, you're not missing much, Rowdy. It was cool. It was cool to see. Oh shit! I can't think of his name. Being Batman again. It was cool seeing Keaton reprise his role, but other than that, it wasn't that good. So there's his torso, and then little flashlight that comes out of his chest for his head. This one feels a lot simpler compared to Soundwave for some reason. I don't know why. Damn. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it, Stu. You know, in a 3-year-old movie. No spoilers. Stu, next you'll be telling us that Darth Vader is Luke's father. Oh, can you imagine if Kilmer was in that? Wait, did I spoil that for you, Stu? I will have to admit, I have never seen MacGruber. Wasn't that like based off of an SNL skit that was like a parody of MacGyver a bit? Well, Stu, you better be a good boy, and Santa might get it for you. Um, I liked it. Like I didn't. I don't know. I'm not over like I was saying earlier. I'm not overly critical with movies. I try to find try to find fun in them. But I didn't hate it. But at the same time, I didn't love it either. I'm interested to see where they go in that universe, though. It's kind of a no answer. You know, as much as I enjoyed Henry Cavill's performance, I enjoyed this guy's what's his name? Corn Sweat. I know that's not his name. I forget how you pronounce his name. I thought he did a good job. I thought all the characters, like the actors, did really good. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, I thought was really good. I thought it was funny that Jimmy was a whore, was a big man whore. What's his name? Did a pretty good Guy Gardner. Corn Sweat. That is right. Who's the girl that played Lois? She's hot. Brosnahan. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that Marvelous Mrs. Maple or whatever that show is on Amazon, where she's a female comedian. There we go. Rachel Brosnahan. It was pretty cool. So like when they were at the Hall of Justice in the movie, so a lot of that movie was shot in Ohio. A lot of it was Cleveland. Metropolis was Cleveland. Well, that the Hall of Justice is the train yard in Cincinnati. That's a museum, and it was kind of cool. Me and my son was watching. I'm like, "You've been there, bud? That's a museum in Cincinnati." And that was like the basis of the Hall of Justice, even in the what was it, the Super Friends cartoon? Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice, that show. Oh. I missed a piece. H3. Speaking of Nicholas Hoult, like, has he been bad in anything though? I mean, I don't know every one of his movies, but I really liked him in that movie where he was a zombie that came back to life, like back to human form. How was that called? Warm Bodies. I like that movie. Thought he did a good job in that. I thought he was a decent Hank McCoy. And I have not seen that. Oh yeah, I haven't seen Renfield either. That's the vampire movie with Nicolas Cage, right? That was on Peacock for the longest time. I never watched it. Yeah, and like I said, Hank McCoy and X-Men. Oh, and of course I put these on the wrong side. Son of a biscuit. So that was the other thing today. So there was a post on Facebook, and I can't remember what site it was, but supposedly it was a leak of the Doomsday X-Men suits, and they were going to be wearing the authentic 90s costumes, like the Cyclops with the blue chest and the yellow stats, like whatever, you know what I mean, like from X-Men, the 97 cartoon. Yeah, that fight scene where he's defending Lois and kicks the shit out of all of Lex employees, that was a pretty sweet scene. That just reminds me of like James Gunn's like Guardians of the Galaxy one-shot scenes, like the scene when they're escaping from the prison in the first one, or the final battle scene in the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie. That was 100% was what that kind of was following. That's right. It's kind of funny. You had Darwin from X-Men First Class in this, and then you had Beast from X-Men First Class in this. Yeah, that was the one thing I hated about that movie. So the guy that's supposed to adapt to any situation could not adapt to what what's his name did to him. It kind of defeats the whole purpose of his superpower, of his mutant ability. Stu, take that back. Bacon is delicious, and it sustains life. Oh, that's kind of cool. C1. Oh, Stu, 100%. Bacon is part of my diet. Ooh, yes, it was. One of my favorite Kevin Bacon movies, Stir of Echoes. Whoa! About lost the camera, guys. Ugh. All right, so we got the upper torso, the waist. Now we are moving on to the arms. Bacon makes everything better. And not just bacon, bacon grease. I save all my bacon grease, and I cook everything with my bacon grease. Eggs, hamburger, anything. Bacon grease makes it better. I've never tried that because I don't eat pancakes. I don't eat anything with carbs in it anymore. Let's see, what do I need? 16. Top 5 bacon themed movies or characters. Does every Kevin Bacon movie count? Oh yeah. He loves getting sloppy in that bacon. No, Stu, 100%. That is on par with this stream. Let's see. I need 7 and 4. Oh no, I didn't. Now when I was a kid, I had some, but as an adult, no, I do not collect any Barnyard Commandos. I remember having like a handful of those when I was younger, and then they did that. Then they was it not reissued, but they was it Nacelle that did Barnyard Commandos again? What didn't I was gonna say? It could be Jim Henson's hand as well. Well, it's not green, I guess. Each one. Let's see. I mean, those are usually the best jokes. No, I have not seen that, Stu. What was I? One thing I did see was like was it? Didn't they make like a movie about the puppeteer for Big Bird and showed how he had to sit inside that costume. And just the way he had to sit inside that was like crazy. And I mean, it was one person controlling the mouth and everything and walking around. Muppets are real. I have not seen that, Stu. You guys are killing Rowdy's dream. Shit, grabbed the wrong one. Oh yeah, I'm surprised they haven't done a Super Grover yet. It seems like those NECA Sesame Street figures have cooled down a little bit. I haven't seen any since what was it, SDCC they showed more. But that Big Bird comes out, people are going to be complaining about the price. That thing's going to be super expensive. That and Snuffleupagus. Let's see, how does this go on? That. Oh, shit. H3. Stu, do you have any of the current NECA Sesame Street stuff? Have you bought any of those? I haven't dipped in on them. I don't think I will. The only one I was slightly tempted was Pimp Daddy, the Pimp Daddy Count. Oh yeah, the Blokees. Damn it, I said it. The Blokee Sesame Street stuff. Yeah. I've not seen any of those at my comic book shop. I'm curious when like that Marvel stuff will hit at the comic book shop. I'm sure it will. I think the I think the Marvel, the Deadpool Wolverine stuff is shipped already. Some people are getting that in hand. Ernie holds a blowtorch in my display. What is he doing with said blowtorch? So that goes like that. That doesn't look right. Oh, A1. Gotcha. There we go. You know, I will have to say there is a lot of imperfections. I don't know if that's coming across on the camera. There is a lot of imperfections on this. And that's not even, there is a sprue mark there, but yeah, this is not as good a quality as some of the other ones. And he does have articulated fingers like Soundwave, so you can do the old middle finger with him like you could Soundwave. Interesting enough. Let's see. So 2. Huh. That's weird. So I know Max mentioned earlier about Hasbro hitting him with pre-orders. How's everybody else doing when it comes to pre-orders? I know Amazon changed the ship date on a lot of stuff. I got emails. I think it was mainly Geo stuff. I know a lot of the X-Men 97 most recent wave got moved and shipped this week. And I'm not going to lie, I canceled a bunch of those because it was the wrong time. I'll wait to get those down the road. No rush. Seems like a lot of these mainline waves of Marvel Legends stuff isn't selling out, so. Well, Rowdy, thanks for hopping in. I appreciate it. Oh, Stu canceled his Monster Force pre-orders. Was some of that stuff supposed to be shipping? Because I think I pre-ordered a couple things, like the stuff that looks like a Cobra Commander, like the hooded Cobra Commander. I ordered 2 of those figures, like a red hooded one and a blue hooded one. But the rest of that fresh monkey fiction stuff, I could care less about. The Monster Forest or whatever. It's like I'm at the point right now, if I don't have nostalgia in it, I don't want to buy it right away. Yeah. See, I get that. Well, good to know none of that stuff's coming right now, because those figures ain't cheap either. Those were like, what, 35 a piece, I think? It just feels like everybody was trying to hit that window, that de minimis and the tariff stuff, and we are just getting nailed. So I'm just kind of taking my time with stuff, and I don't think things are going to sell out. Everybody's feeling the crunch, and they're just getting things as they need them. No point of being in a rush. And I think I put this on upside down. The only stuff I'm going to worry about making sure I have on time is probably like the Hasbro Pulse exclusive stuff. Just because that stuff seems to, when it sells out, it never comes back, and I don't want to pay that markup, that late tax on the Hasbro Pulse stuff. So anything that's like a mainline thing, I'll wait. And here's an arm. Got that double jointed elbow and articulated fingers. So you can tell everybody they're number one. Oh, that's a good question. I am not 100% sure. I can look it up after the stream, though. Typically, what's his name? Paternia is the person I go to look up pre-orders. He has like a big, like not spreadsheet. He has like a photo doc that says when everything's scheduled. But yeah, if you follow Paternia, he's a great source of that. Yeah, I definitely want that Nick Fury Punisher set. They know what they're doing with all this Gamerverse stuff. That has my interest. And like I've said before, I kind of wish they would do like more game decos, like the like what was it? It was NECA did like on their Ninja Turtles for their arcade game. They did like a digital looking deco. That's I would like to see some of these Gamerverse molds done in that, but if they don't, it's not a big deal either. Oh yeah, Avi was talking about those. I think they went up for pre-order in BBTS as well. It was those Naked Bucks. Or well, I think they have clothes, but they're like a nude, like no name character or whatever. Those are cool, but also waiting for the Xerxes Studios Cassia and Viking Lady to ship. Where did you order those from? I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what those are. Jeez. I just put this in backwards. I wonder what was wrong. Okay, 5K. I would imagine I've seen pictures of them. I just can't think what they are off the top of my head. I've yet to order anything from 5K. I typically like 1/12 scale like figures, or yeah, 1/12. Typically, I don't get a whole lot of that stuff. Mainly, the ones that I get are like Classified and Marvel Legends. I don't really get much third party or whatever you would classify that as. Most of my third party stuff is Transformers. I can enjoy it from a distance, though. It's like one of the stuff like, and I think it's obvious showing them off, and then some other people. But those snail shell figures are very tempting. But I just like I've said before, like there's things that I have priority and things that I want to purchase, and a lot of times those don't line up with it. So Punisher, so all right, so that's this week then. All right, well we will keep a lookout for that. Does it say if they're an exclusive, or is it like everybody? Because if it's a general release, then those should be super easy to get, but I would still put a pre-order down just in case. I'm trying to think if there's anything that's coming out anytime soon that I'm looking really forward to grabbing. I mean, I'm looking forward to that snake armor, that's for sure. That's supposed to ship, I think, the 23rd. So we'll be getting hit for that before you know it. All right. But other than the snake armor, I can't think of anything that I'm kind of anticipating getting. Oh, I guess my tank from ramen. Looking forward to that. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I need to stop buying toys and start investing in more shelving. Because between the Rattler coming in a couple months ago and now this Hunter tank, things are gonna be tight. Okay, well if it's on all of those sites, it shouldn't be too terribly difficult to get. But I'll still probably pre-order it. I play the pre-order and cancel game if I need to. Secure the pre-order just in case, and if you got to cancel it. And then sometimes if you can find it in the wild, cheaper than a pre-order. That's what I do too sometimes. Especially if I can find it at Target, I'll use my red card, and what is it, 5% off, I think. Anytime I can find stuff at Target and use my red card, I'm all for that. But I rarely can find anything at Target anymore. I don't know if there's just too many collectors in my area. I can never find any new stuff at Target. It's been a while. I did find those fancy displays at my Walmarts around me. Never did find Crystal Ball. But Pulse finally did ship my Crystal Ball, so that should probably show up this week. Speaking of Pulse finally sending stuff, this guy showed up. He is real. Dialtone is real. That came in, was that Friday I got that? Yeah. He was waiting for me when I got home from work Friday. Well, Stu, you got to think these guys that are doing these toy hunt videos, like Tim, for example, how many Targets does he go to? I mean, they're going to it's what makes me sad is the amount of gas money these guys are spending for these videos, and then not finding anything. And then you do find stuff sometimes, but is it worth it? That's why I'm like, I'd rather spend time finding it online. Now, with my work, like every now and then I have to take a company vehicle and visit customers and stuff. Now, there's times I might stop at a store on the way to a customer or back to work. Sometimes you got to take a leak at Walmart, and I'll look real fast. But typically I don't hunt. I don't have much luck hunting. All right, so now we got both arms built. And next are the legs. Where are we at? We got about a half hour left before I'm going to end this. that enough time to build one leg? What extra bits does he have? Okay, so he has his little blaster, his little not lightsaber. Oh, you got to build the fusion cannon. Oh, he does have a laser beak. All right, I did not know he had a laser beak. That's cool. And then the throne. All right, so definitely enough stuff for probably 2 streams. So cool. All right, so let's start a leg. So I need H1, H1, and H3. $23. And that's the thing with me. Like I have, if I want to go to some Targets, it's like a half-hour drive for the Targets. At least I have some really close Walmarts. Seems like we have more Walmarts in my area than we do Targets. Let's see, H5. This goes like so. Yeah, I don't know. I have a pile of stuff here that I want to review, and I have not opened it yet. So I don't know if I'll wait. I will wait to open it. But because I'm at this point where everything that I get that's new, I just wait to review it. It kind of sucks when you want to open stuff, but at the same time, like I'm just trying to do content, I guess. I probably got about 20 action figures laying next to me. And the funny thing is, like with the classified, some of the stuff I don't have a whole lot of room for. That's why I'm saying I need to pick up some more shelving. Eight. Those are rookie numbers, Stu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm at like 24, 25 figures I've yet to open up. Figures / play sets. Like I have my 2 Trench Viper like playset things that I haven't opened up yet. I was thinking, I might do one of those Cobra porta potties. I have 2 of them. I might do one on like a Blockheads, do a live unboxing of it. That's what I was thinking about doing. So what I might do is I'll open one for a review, and then the second one I will do on a live stream, do like a live stream unboxing, and then with 2 of them open, just play around and do different fortifications and stuff. Everybody's saying you need a third one. Like once you have 3, then you can do a lot of things with them. So if I doubt they'll go back in stock on Hasbro Pulse, so I'll probably looking for a 3rd one. No, I have not. I don't think I will either. I already have a full price Stinger. Although I wish I had more Stinger drivers, but yeah, I haven't bought any of those. I'm surprised they haven't sold out on BBTS at that price point. Yeah, I already have one Stinger, so I don't even have room for another one. It's crazy how the Vamp is pushing like $300 on the secondary market, and people are selling Stingers for $50. All right, let's see. What do we need? H1 still? 13 and 35. So we need this. Yeah, I don't get it either, Stu. It's like you would think. It's so weird how they reissue stuff when they do reissue things. Because it's like those Transformers that they reissued, those Target exclusive Transformers. Like, at least they finally did a reissue of that Thrust. And who was the other one? Shit. Can't remember who the other one was, but it's like they're doing that Thrust reissue, and they're doing a brand new Seeker mold that's coming out next year. So you waited so long, now people are going to want to buy that, but not at the same time because, well, why would I get the old mold when I know a new one's coming out? I don't think that'll happen with the Vamp, but at the same time, like, come on, let's get that Vamp reissued. I mean, if people are paying up to $200, then it should sell no problem on your site or at other retailers. You know, the funny thing is, like, so I stopped collecting classified and I started right back up when that Vamp was available on Hasbro Pulse. So I lucked out. What's going on, Avi? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, bud. Just building some Blokees. Oh, welcome back. Shit. Did you guys drive or did you fly? Oh, you probably flew because you went to Jersey. That's a hell of a drive. That'd be a hell of a drive. Oh, so you did drive. Are you still digging sand out of spots that you didn't think you could get sand in from all that dancing on the beach? That was the first thing I thought when I saw one of your stories where it was on the beach. I was like, oh, I can only imagine the sand getting in places. How was the weather? You know, because that's what everybody loves to talk about on live streams about toys is the weather. But at least if someone was outside and you wasn't sweating your ass off because of it being hot. C27. Well, I'm glad to hear you guys had fun and made it home safe. So was that technically like the Jersey Shore? Was you guys close to where that is? Because I have been there. I forget what that town's called. Actually, when me and my ex were together, we went to New Jersey, and we went to Kevin Smith's comic book shop, and we went to the Jersey Shore house because it's real close by. Long Branch Beach, yeah, I think that's real close to the Jersey Shore thing where that show was filmed or whatever. Well, that area is like that, especially if you get to like Red Bank. Red Bank's really, really bougie. And even like Asbury Park. Asbury Park was like a shithole back in the day, and it's got kind of bougie. Oh, there wasn't much bougie stuff. No JWoww or Poly sightings. Luckily, I never watched that show. I mean, I know who those people were, but I never got into that. Yeah, same here. Wonder why this won't tab in. What did I do wrong? Huh. This does not like to tab in very well. Let's see. Stu, can you consider the Jersey Store I guess it is pop culture. It may not be good pop culture, but I guess it was. All right, take care, Albie. I think the trashiest TV that I ever got into, Stu, was probably like American Idol, shit like that. I never got into much reality TV. I think I might have watched like The Survivor a little bit, but not really. Jersey Shore, I know for sure I didn't watch it. Unless I like accidentally flipped on it and I was like, oh, she's cute. but never intentionally watched any of the Jersey Shore. Can I do that backwards? I guess that's right. H3. I can only imagine being at the bar watching the Jersey Shore. Typically, when I worked at the bar, we always had sports on. But most of the stuff you couldn't hear on the TV anyways because of the loud music. But that's funny though. You guys had reality shows on. Well, there's a leg. I don't know, something like this feels good, but it doesn't feel on par with the sound waves. Just something's not pegging in good. Oh, okay, yeah, a lot of the times, like especially at like 2 a.m. That's when the weird shit would come on the TV. What was the one show? God, I remember it would always come on after sports. It was like you followed people when they went on a date. Oh God, that was such trash TV. Oh, I cannot remember what that show was called. Oh shit. But I'm moving positions here because I'm trying not to be super loud because I am getting ready to wrap up. We're almost at like the 2-hour mark. I only wanted to go for 2 hours. Because like I said, we will continue the rest of this build next week. I don't know if it was on a bus. I don't remember if it was on a bus. I just remember they would just go on dates. And there would be like, you remember pop-up video? It would be kind of like that. Like things would pop up about the people that were on the date. And then they would play little weird sound bits and sound effects. Was it a limit date? Dismissed? I don't remember. It wasn't an MTV show. I don't think it was strictly MTV. Maybe, since I'm not building stuff. Let's Google it. See if there's any like videos on YouTube. I'm thinking limit dates this show, but I don't know. It was a reality show, but yeah. You know what's funny? There isn't a limit date channel on YouTube. I don't know if this was it. I don't remember Dismissed. Date My Mom was one. I don't remember that one. I think it's funny they're doing like The Bachelor, and it's called The Golden Bachelor. So it's like, does that mean like, you know, in the next 10 years, I could make it a goal to be on The Golden Bachelor? Oh yeah, this is 100% was a limit date. God, this is such trash early 2000s reality show. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like he went on date with multiple. Oh my god, the outfits. It's just so horrible trying to talk about this and not showing it on the stream. I don't know if I would get like copyright strike, but yeah, if you're ever bored, Eliminate has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna. It's funny. This was just uploaded on YouTube 3 years ago, so they must have just added it lately. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, it's just because we're old, Stu. I think about stuff that I did in the early 2000s, and like that was almost 20 years ago now. At this point, it being 2025. I'll have to look up Dismissed. I don't remember that name. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember this. MTV show Dismissed. First ever Roommates edition. Oh, that's awesome. I remember when I was like late teens and I was stuck on the Real World and Road Rules. I loved those shows. I just got to a point where those seemed like they would last forever. That was the beginning of the end of MTV. Was the old reality shows. Yeah, but I don't remember Dismissed. Well, anyways, I don't know. Let's see if I can stall 7 more minutes and try to get this at an even 2 hours. Oh yeah, Puck and Rachel and Pedro. That was the San Francisco one, right? Didn't the Pedro guy die of AIDS? The one I remember watching the most was the one when they were in England, I think. And there was that model girl that was on there. But then they would do those Road Rules, Real World challenge shows and bring everybody back to do like athletic events and fight. But anyway, so tomorrow night, if you guys don't have any plans, head over to the Figure Fight Club channel for Decepticast. It'll be live. I don't know what the topic is tomorrow. Me and Anna's still kind of working that out. Well, I kind of got an idea. I'm sure that's what Avi's asking. He said he was texting me. I need a title. I need a title for the show. But we have our book club tonight, so I'm sure we'll talk about it. Oh, yeah, The Miz. That's where The Miz first made his appearance, was on Real World Return to New York, right? But yeah, so like I was mentioning earlier in the beginning of the thing, so typically I make a slideshow for Decepticast, and is what I'm going to be doing is expanding on that slideshow, and then after Decepticast airs, I will be showing that on my own channel. It'll be like a weekly news recap, not just Transformers, but it'll have G.I. Joe, Marvel Legends, Blokee stuff that's not Transformers related, and then like 3-0 and stuff like that. So that'll go up after Decepticast. I'm going to try to start doing that every week. That way I get more used to the time that I put in on the slideshows. So that'll be an ongoing weekly show. I think I got a called news and review, just something basic. The other thing I was thinking about doing is rebranding all my shows to like, because I've done other lives and just like make it so it's more episodic. Because I want to do more live stuff that's not just Blokees related. I want to do stuff like interviews or just bring people in and bullshit. Because I know one time when everybody was at a con, like I did like a show and brought some of you guys in. I think Lou and Stu and True Star Screamer, and we just like bullshitted about stuff. I wouldn't mind doing that from time to time and just kind of make it all episodic so it's easier to like find on my channel. So yeah, so more of that will be down the pike. And also, yeah, Lou, Stu, and True, and you. Yeah, not to be confusing at all, right? So yeah, like I said, tomorrow night, Decepticast, that'll be at 10:15. Also, come check me out on all my other socials. All of them are Talib1980_collects. That's TikTok, Instagram, X, my own Facebook page. So, and as I mentioned earlier, we're pushing to get 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 895 right now. So 5 more to get to 900. And then I don't know, I gotta do more lives. I gotta get my viewer count up. Or not my viewer count, my watch hours, so I can get monetized. And then I'll see what I can do to get members and make it fun for members. Kill one more minute. What's the tallest Transformers class? Titan scale. Do you have any Titan class stuff, Stu? It's what I need. That was the other thing. I just ran out of time today. I was going to make an outro video, so that way when it got down to this, I only had to kill like 1 or 2 minutes, not 3 or 4. But also, I mean, I got more stuff to pimp. Oh no, that's why I'm at. Yeah. I mean, most of the Titan classes are like the city bots. So like Betroplex, Scorponok, Fort Max. Who else did they do? Tripticon. Those are fun because a lot of them are triple changers. They turn into a quasi-city mode that's supposed to be like a vehicle, and then the robot mode. And then the Arc was another one. It turned into like, I forget, like not Primus, but he had Primus's. Was it Primus's head? Or no, it was the last Autobot's head. But they've done reissues on a lot of the Titans. I know they reissued Tripticon. I think they're reissuing Scorponok if that hasn't already came out. Scorponok's a good one. Of the most recent Titan. Oh, and Omega Supreme. They did that one in Titan scale. They reissued that one as well because that one was going for stupid money at one point, like double in price. I don't know if any of those are available on BBTS now or anywhere else. But yeah, don't forget tomorrow night, 10:15, Decepticast. Tuesday night for that's on Figure Fight Club. Then Tuesday night, open mic night, and then Friday night. I don't know who we're interviewing this week on Figure Fight Club. I know Ace is coming up, but I don't know who's this week. I don't think Ace is this week because I work at the drive-thru, so I will probably miss out Friday night, unfortunately. But thanks for all who stopped in and watched this evening. It was a fun time. I like it when the chat's active and talking, and it makes this go by smooth, or it goes by quick. I mean, here we're at the 2-hour mark, and I don't know, it just feels like I just started. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Good night, and peace.